This is our video tutorial for the medium border clamp embroidery hoop for the BERNINA 9, 8 and 7 series. The medium border clamp embroidery hoop is particularly suitable for quilting longer design combinations in the hoop, not only for borders. The set includes the embroidery hoop, the embroidery template and 12 large and 12 small clamps. There is also a clamp remover included, which can be purchased separately. Depending on the sewing project, the fabric can be hooped with small and/or large clamps. We recommend using the small clamps for thicker fabrics. The large clamps are ideal for thin fabrics. There are 2 dashed lines on the template. The outer smaller dashed line is the boundary for the BERNINA 8 and 9 series. The additional dashed line on the left side is the boundary for the 7 series. The embroidery area is also restricted when using a larger presser foot, such as the Echo Quilting and Cutwork foot 44C. Mark the center of the quilt block. To prevent puckering while quilting, bast the quilt top, batting and backing together before quilting in the hoop. Place the quilt sandwich onto the hoop and place the embroidery template on top. Make sure that the fabric is not distorted. Line up the center of the embroidery design with the center of the embroidery template. Now press the embroidery template firmly onto the quilt sandwich. Attach the first clamp onto one side of the hoop, above the middle. Attach the second clamp onto the opposite side, also above the middle. Attach 2 clamps in the middle of the other 2 sides. Then attach the remaining clamps on all sides to the right and left of the middle clamps. For this size embroidery hoop, we recommend using the slide-on table. Before using the embroidery hoop for the first time, the hoop must be calibrated in the setup program. Select Embroidery Settings and Calibrate Embroidery Hoop. Follow the animation, attach the hoop and confirm with OK. The embroidery arm repositions. With the laser or the hand wheel, check whether the needle is located precisely in the middle of the template. If not, delete the current calibration and position the hoop precisely in the middle using the arrows on the screen. Press OK to confirm. Remove the embroidery template from the hoop. If this is not possible with the hoop attached, remove the hoop, ensuring to guide the clamps around the presser foot. Remove the template and reattach the hoop. Ensure that the quilt has not been folded under the hoop. For larger quilts, it is best to quilt from the center and work your way out. You will need to support the weight of the quilt on either side of the hoop to embroider freely. When quilting is done, detach the hoop to reposition the project. The clamps can be easily removed with the clamp remover. Reposition the quilt sandwich. Place the embroidery template onto the quilt sandwich to line up the embroidery design. Reattach the clamps and remove the embroidery template. Continue quilting borders or blocks in the same way. The BERNINA medium border clamp embroidery hoop makes quilting borders and quilt blocks fast and easy.
BERNINA, made to create.